UFC 296 is a wrap, you guys, and there's a lot of new matchups to make. And since I'm the best matchmaker in the business, no cap, let's make the best matchups. Hello and welcome to Bloodsport MMA.
Assalamu alaikum, Dagestan.
You guys know I like to keep it like Henry Cejudo, which is as short as possible, so we'll just get right into it. So I will only match up the names, which means the main card, and one or two names from the prelims, because otherwise we'll be here forever. And if I match up, I don't know, Aldana, Gaziev, all those guys, you're gonna be bored probably. So let's start with Cody Garbrandt, Cody Gabhart. The matchup is so easy. He called him out, makes a lot of sense, all the sense in the world. Cody Garbrandt versus Deiveson Figueiredo, both former champions. Garbrandt in this respective weight division, which is bantamweight. Figgy down at flyweight.
Too small.
Coming up, I know he fought a ranked guy, beat a ranked guy, and now you could see Garbrandt as a step back. But I still like the matchup. I think it's a legacy fight for both those guys. Garbrandt is still a huge name, and both are trying to make one last run at a UFC title. And the winner of that will be still in that race, and the loser of that will probably not ever fight for a title again. Garbrandt has definitely the more chances because he's still younger, but he took a lot of more damage than Figgy in his career. Great fight to make, in my opinion. I would love to see that. Then for Josh Emmett, I have a great one there. It is Brian Ortega. And I know, I heard rumors that Ortega might be matched up against Yair Rodriguez for a rematch, because as you might know, Ortega got injured in his last fight against Yair, which then led to Yair, because he won the fight, that he could fight for an interim title against Josh Emmett, who we are just talking about. And the match is not confirmed between Yair and Ortega. I just heard rumors, but I would much rather see Emmett versus Ortega, a fresh new matchup, a power puncher / wrestler against I would call Ortega just a grappler. He also has striking, he improved a lot, but he's a phenomenal grappler, but he's definitely a better stand-up guy than Bryce Mitchell, who was Emmett's opponent this weekend, right? And Emmett comes off for a brutal knockout, didn't take a punch himself, so if he didn't get any injuries during training camp, he might be ready early 2024, which would be perfect for Ortega. Let's make this fight, I don't know, February, March, something like that, would be amazing. I would love to see that fight. Great matchup, in my opinion. Bryce Mitchell, on the other hand, the opponent of Josh Emmett, give him a break. He took such a vicious knockout. I saw it live. It looked like he's dying, honestly. I was so scared in the arena. I was so scared. And just give him a break. I know he feels good, he says he doesn't have any headaches, nothing. It's just, bro, your brain just had some serious freaking trauma. You don't have a mark on your face, which is even worse. It's not like you've been cut open and stuff. Like, it has been solely your brain that has been injured. So just don't spar, don't hit pads. If you want grapple, do cardio, do nothing else. Nothing that shakes up your brain. Because even if you hit pads and you hit the bag hard, it's still your brain still goes back and forth the whole time because of the impact. So just, Bryce, please, if you ever want to be the same again, don't do anything. Paddy Pimblett, I have a great matchup here, which no one is talking about, and some people probably say it's nonsense, but I believe it's the best matchup to make, because they don't want Paddy to fight a ranked guy. They will not book him against a ranked guy. I don't think they want to book him against Terrence McKinney, Bobby Green, guys like that. I would love those matchups, but the UFC wants to see Paddy win. They do not want to see him fight those dangerous power punchers. That's the worst. Paddy getting flatlined is the worst for the UFC. So, Paddy Pimblett against Chase Hooper. Hoopy comes off a win against Jordan Levitt, who Paddy Pimblett also both beat him by submission. Hoopy is now a lightweight. He's 2-1 at lightweight. He's not like the craziest contender at the moment at lightweight, but he's still a name that real MMA fans know very well. Hoopy was once not a star, but a big prospect. He's still just 24 years old. Both phenomenal grapplers. Hoopy is not the most dangerous guy on the feet. Would be a great matchup. I would love to see that fight, and makes all the sense in the world. Thompson. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, after his loss to Shavkat, I would love to see him. By the way, Tony, retire, please. I'm the biggest Tony fan ever, but please just retire. No. Thompson against Luque for the second time. They fought before, I know, but it was a good fight. Unanimous decision win for Thompson. Luque just got his matchup against Ian Gary cancelled. All other guys that make sense for Thompson are booked already. And for Colby, I have different plans, as you hear in a few seconds. So Thompson versus Luque too, a great matchup. The winner of that is kind of back in the mix for top 5 title, whatever. And the loser, I mean, for Wonderboy, definitely if he loses that fight, that's it. Luque, with his brain damage and stuff that he took because he had some brain injury, not sure, but it would just be a great matchup, my opinion, stylistically, from the rankings, in every perspective, a great matchup. Shavkat, the winner of the Thompson-Shavkat fight. For Shavkat, I would love to see him fight for the title, but I think the perfect thing for him now is a main event. I think Shavkat, before he fights for a title, you should fight in a main event before you fight for a title. I think that should be not a rule, but it's also better for the UFC because they can make your name even bigger. Because Shavkat is not the biggest talker. Of course, a lot of fans know him because of his craziness and stuff, but I think a main event would be really good for his brand. So, I would love to see Shavkat versus Colby headlining a fight night next year. Shavkat versus Colby Covington, great matchup. I know Colby wants to run from Shavkat, but it's a great matchup. I would love to see that. It will be the best final test for Shavkat. If he wins that, direct title shot, and hopefully learn some English until then. That would be an amazing fight. I would love to see that. Fight night, headliner, great idea in my opinion.
Very nice.
For Brandon Royval, Kai Kara France. A lot of other people are already matched up. That would make sense. Of course, you could say fight the winner of Mateus Nicolau against Manel Kape. Possibility. But otherwise, I would love to see him against Kai Kara France. Two very, very fast flyweights. And technically amazing, both of them. So that would be a great fight for the fans. And I would love to see that, honestly. For Pantoja, the undisputed champion, I would like to see him fight the winner of Albazi versus Moreno, but only if Albazi wins. Because I have to be honest, I love Moreno, I'm a fan of Moreno, but I'm sick of seeing the same freaking flyweights fight all the time. We had Moreno against Figgy 4 freaking times. Sick of it. We had Moreno against Pantoja 3 times already. I'm sick of it. Give us a new flyweight division. Like, let Moreno fight other guys. I love you, Moreno, but stop fighting for the title, please, unless someone else is the champion, please. So, Pantoja against Albazi if he beats Moreno. If Moreno wins, I'm sorry, Moreno, but then the winner of Mateus Nicolau against Manel Kape should get the title shot. Especially if like Kape comes out and knocks out Nicolau in a spectacular fashion, give Kape the title shot. Kape is a very exciting guy. Would be a great matchup against Pantoja, honestly, because Kape is so well-rounded. Kape reminds me of Topuria in a way. He's like the Topuria of the flyweight division. He's so well-rounded, so powerful. I love it. And then, because Colby's already matched up, for the undisputed welterweight champion, Leon Edwards. Give him Belal, honestly. Give him Belal. I will do a video as well about why Belal is the perfect matchup for him at this stage. And why, of course, why he deserves it. I think everyone, as much as you hate Belal, needs to admit Belal deserves it like no other. Like, what else should he do? But Belal versus Edwards, the fight to make. If Belal loses, we shut him off once and for all, you know what I mean? If he wins, hey, he deserves it because Edwards is as good as it gets. So make Edwards versus Belal somewhere in England next year on a pay-per-view main event or co-main if Aspinall would somehow make a magical comeback fight against John Jones or whatever. If that won't happen, but just hypothetically, if Aspinall will get the chance to fight for the real heavyweight belt, of course that will be the main event, but definitely in London next year or wherever they try to go in England. That will be a great fight. All of those matchups, in my opinion, amazing matchups. Write in the comments what you think about those matchups, guys. We'll appreciate to hear your feedback, honestly. Write your favorite and the worst matchups in the comments. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, guys. I appreciate that. Make sure to check out the Bloodsport merch, bloodshop.net. I would appreciate your support and you would love the quality of those hoodies, t-shirts, all those things. So check it out. And most importantly, that you can get matched up by UFC. Make sure to get your sleep in. Until the next one, bye-bye. Bloodsport out.